Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys, and today we're going to be doing a full detailed video on the AU car digital dash for your Infiniti Q50 and Q60. Guys, let's jump into the video. First thing, shout out to my whole Boost Emotion family. Much love. I appreciate you guys for your support. I will put a link below to this digital dash and a promotional code of $60 off that you guys can use in your next purchase if you choose to pick this digital dash. But I'm going to show you guys all the detailed videos, and you'll let me know at the end. Comment below or hit the like button. Let me know if you really like the unit, if it's a yes or no. But anyway, guys, let's jump into it. Let's quickly start the car, and let's see how quickly it turns on. Infiniti. All right. Cool. Now we're at the original screen. This is a preset screen. Now with this preset screen, it already gives you all the specific information here: battery voltage, oil temps, everything like that. 20 miles means how much miles I have on the car. Of course, I don't have that. Then you have the amount of miles left, miles per hour when you drive as it digitally, Fahrenheit outside, time, of course. Then you have miles per gallon there, and the amount of miles on that last trip. Cool. Now, you can choose to change other skins. We'll show that a little bit later. There's different features I'm going to show you guys a little later, but let me show you guys. Oh, what's also on the screen, I forgot to put this. This is how it says standard. You can switch to sport, personal, and everything, so you'll know what mode you're specifically in. Okay? Cool. Next, we're going to go here. Now, what does this actually mean? Please connect your phone to Bluetooth. So this cluster has CarPlay on it. Yes, you could connect your phone to the cluster and wait. If you ever had CarPlay, it will show your Waze, your music, your YouTube music, your Spotify, whatever it will be, it will show right here in this window. I'll show you guys a little later, or I probably will pop something up on video to show what that example is. So I'm not going to go through it specifically for this video, but I'll probably show you guys what it looks like. Cool. And then from then on, that's what would show. Cool. Next, you have your G-force meter, which is very similar to what's in already in the InTouch. And now it just shows on your digital cluster. You have a little bit redundant, but it gives you some more of the same information that's over here now. Now it gives you the distance, time, average speed, etc. Very similar information that you kind of already have access to. Then you have auxiliary. Then you have, this shows you the door open and close, right? Now, we're back here where it says Waze. Now, it's a little bit bright. Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. So, Waze came up now. Why are we looking at Waze? Didn't you already say there's CarPlay here? Why has that popped up? Well, if you guys don't already know, maybe I'll put up on the video right now. I also have replaced the infotainment on my car to the AU car infotainment one-piece tablet. A one-screen tablet where you can replace the infotainment, and it looks really nice. Now the thing is, these two units connect with each other through an HDMI out. So whatever's showing on my tablet in the center console is also being mirrored over here, right? So I'll show you guys a quick example so you guys can be super interested into it. You see, that's what's on my screen. Now let's say if I want to go to, I'll use the music part. Let's say I want to go to YouTube, right? YouTube will pop up. Well, I have to connect my phone, but I'm not going to do that. Let me pick something else that I could, because this video isn't about me connecting my phone to the YouTube on my tablet in the middle. This is just mainly showing what you can do. So you can see that screen mirrored in here, but you guys kind of get the idea. You see, I can actually go in the middle tablet and it'll mirror over here too. All right. So you can do that, and it's super cool, and you can do this all in motion when you're driving. So you can also choose to do that if you do choose to get the middle tablet. If not, that's fine. This spot will just remain blank because obviously you're not using it for that. Cool. Now this is your warning. If there's any issues or anything, the car will let you know if there's any warnings. And then you have settings. Now we're back at settings. Settings is where you got to actually change the theme of the background here, right? So let's just start with, you can choose the specific. Once again, you're using the steering wheel controls to do a lot of this stuff. So you could choose English, the units that you use the car in, of course. You have miles per gallon, PSI, speed units. You could just change the metrics for where depending on where you live. So basic information that should be pretty much easy to understand. Now you have these car settings. You press on it, you can tell it what upshifts you want. You know, you usually get those certain warning that says it's icy outside. You can turn that on and off. You got TPMS light. Now let's say our cars come with TPMS. You can choose to have that off. Yeah. So if I turn that on and let's say my air was low, it will pop up on the screen, but I have it off. Seatbelt light. I pressed it on. See how seatbelt light popped up? Because my seatbelt is off, but I don't care for it to be on, so I removed it. Then you have airbag light. I don't have any issue with my airbags. And then reverse beeping. It doesn't really work. At least I don't think about it. I've looked into it, but I don't have the sensors on my car, so that's probably why that doesn't work. But if your car has the sensors, it probably would do so. And then you have maintenance. Just like the InTouch, you can actually set the different intervals where you would want your oil temp, your tire temp, your transmission, and others to be set at. Okay? Press back. Now, let's go through the different themes so you guys can understand a little bit more. So the themes, we're in theme 1, right? Let's go to theme 2. Let's see what that looks like. Real time. Cool. Now this is the second theme. Now notice everything's in the middle. So that's the same thing would apply, and see how that has a big metrics and everything. You kind of see what it's actually looking for and what it cares about. See how everything switches over there now? Cool. Now, if I put it in drive, it goes to D, reverse. Cool. Isn't that cool? Also on top of that, it might be able to show it if you have the middle screen. Let's see if it does. If I have the middle screen. So I have the middle screen, and it actually a little bit of, once again, it's mirroring whatever is off the tablet, and I actually could see that there. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let's go to theme 3. All right, now this isn't showing the best quality here, so I'll try my best to bring down the brightness a little bit so you guys can see what I'm seeing. I want you guys to see how detailed this is. So that's how it actually looks like. It's red with the little blue about it. It looks really good. Now I should zoom it out a little bit so you guys can see how dope it looks like. Yes, you see how it looks like when you zoom out? It's gonna come up that bright. That's how it actually looks. Zoom back in, right? Same thing, everything is shown in the middle. Cool. Next, let's go to theme 4. Infiniti. Now this is theme 4. This is exactly how it looks. It is very bright. Once again, you control the brightness through the buttons to the side. Once again, it kind of lets you know where you're at, how much gasoline, where your RPM is on the left, and your mile per hour on the right, and then the small P and the sport and everything there, right? Same information, just displayed slightly different. Now let's go to theme 5. All right, theme 5. Now this kind of reminds me of the GTR setup. So park means park, but then you can also put in reverse. Nice bold and blue. Then you have the RPM that's there. Once again, the car's in sport. You have the temperature gauge, which is right here. I kind of like this one the most because, I don't know, I just like how simple it is compared to the other ones. I like this one usually the most. Now, once again, everything is still very similar how it is. It's just a different setup on how it actually looks and everything like that. Everything's read pretty easy. Now that we made it to this part, this is pretty much all the information that you need to know about this. There is an extended USB cord that you can choose to plug in and update the screen to if you want to. Now, in this video, I want to talk about some of the downsides, some of the things I dislike about this unit. So let me go back. I don't know if there's any more themes, but the themes you give right now, it could be disadvantages. I don't know if you could add every more themes in the future. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know at the current moment, but these themes are fine. That could be a dislike, but as of this, I got it because it's dope. I replaced the analog. You guys know I had went up to the 2018 and up cluster because I just wanted the digital number for the mile per hour. Now that I have a full screen that replaces it, it changes up the whole look of the car. So is it really a disadvantage? No, not really. Another thing is that I realize is my steering wheel controls are a little bit weird for whatever reason. Like this moves pretty quickly depending on when I'm pressing the button. But I think something's wrong with my steering wheel controls. Like when I press up and down, it just takes a little while, but it works fast. See, look, you can kind of hear me moving it up and down. But I guess my steering wheel controls might have got wet before, but that's not a disadvantage of the unit. That's just a disadvantage of my steering wheel. So, I mean, I gave y'all some of the things I dislike, but it's mainly because of me, not the cluster itself. Another thing I would sit there and say is, all right, so now that we're here, I talked about the different specs and everything on the car, but like, what are the disadvantages of going with this unit? I'm gonna be honest, I've been with this car for about with this digital dash for about 2 weeks. I really haven't had any disadvantages. It is analog. I mean, it is digital. So when you go through the mile an hour, it'll go to the mile an hour. Is it a little laggy to it? I don't really think so. It's very much kind of like, because the analog way was pretty slow too. So the digital way, it seems like it still doesn't lag much behind it. It's a tiny amount of lag, but not much. Okay, let's try it on video, right? So, gas. Okay, wait, you listen to me do it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Gas. But even then, I'm looking at the camera, and I'm also looking at the car, and the way the video is set up, when I press on the gas pedal, this is actually moving up when I press the gas pedal. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Down. But the camera's actually has a lag to it. I'm being fair here. It's not the unit's fault. The camera, I'm literally looking at the camera, and whenever I press on it, 1, 2, 3. It's a slight lag on my camera. So, but that's the camera. But in real life, when I press on it, it's moving. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's a slight lag on my camera. So that's why don't think it's lagging in real world. It's not. So I don't think that's a disadvantage. I'm just letting y'all know, trying to be as clear as I can with you guys. But outside of that, I haven't had any problems with this unit. It starts right up every time that I started the car. And yo, it's because I'm using it with the tablet, it's kind of nice to have certain things pop up. But because I have the tablet now, so it's like, I don't really need to have anything on here. So if you don't want to use CarPlay on here, then you could just have it regularly for what you regularly would want it to. But to be honest, I get why they add the CarPlay onto this unit, because if you don't want to get the tablet, you could essentially add some kind of functionality on your cluster and still play your music and still use InTouch and use it. So it upgrades the cluster, and then you have more functionality with it. And I think that's a good thing. I haven't seen that for OEM units yet, at least like on BMWs and stuff like that. And I think that this is actually where some of those units could go. I think if they could go that way, where you can do that more, I think Audis may do it, but just do more of that, that would be super cool. So I give this tablet, I'll give it a rating. There's not much of competition out there. I would say this is 8 out of 10. I can't say 10 out of 10 because I can't say that. And I'm gonna say I can't say 9 out of 10 because I still believe that there's probably more features that the thing could do if they just opened their mind and went for it. But as of right now, I give it 8 out of 10, which means I think it's a buy. If you don't really care for the analog cluster and you want a little bit more functionality with CarPlay and music, and just sprucing up your interior a little bit more so that it doesn't look as dated, I think this is one of those mods that can definitely change up the whole look of it. And because you could change the skins, you change up the feeling of being when you're in the car. It's a different look. Now, I still remember saying years and years ago, I said that I don't really like digital dashes that much because I think they would date the car. But now that I'm here, I don't really think it dates the car. I think it just keeps it up with time and day and age. Give it 20 years, we'll look back at it and be like, okay, With digital dashes, they'll probably do even more in the future than what they're doing now. So this will just be kind of, we're just now with the times, which is how it should have always been. And I like it. Also, to end it here too, I don't know if I said it earlier in the video, I should have broke down a little bit more with the CarPlay. When it comes to the CarPlay, this one, right, just in case, the connect your phone to Bluetooth CarPlay, once you have that functionality, right, where you connect CarPlay directly, you can still play music on your InTouch. So you won't have any issues, no problems with that. You can still play that and you can hear everything perfectly fine and everything will work. So it's nice that you have that functionality. Cool. Alright guys, so to bring this to a close, I gotta sit there and say, this unit is great. I love this unit. It's gonna fit into my life very well, but also I'm gonna do it on video. I wanna zoom out a little bit with y'all. I think this is a combo where you get them together. When you get this combo together, you got a winning combo. You got a winning combo with this. Because now you change up the whole interior. Fully. The interior is fully different. I have nothing but screens, screens, and screens. It's just with the day and age now. This is just where we're at. Change up that whole look. Especially if you could change this up a little bit, and it just changes the whole interior up. I never thought I would like it this much, but look, fully zoomed out. Fully zoomed out. Look at that. That's cool. I think this is a cool interior now. I gotta say, other than maybe I need a carbon fiber steering wheel and I need to change the headliner and stuff black. You know, maybe a little bit of ambient light if I could even add it to these cars. I'll look into ambient light next. You know, other than that, other than those things that Bruce will bring up the interior, this is fire. Like, ambient light is gonna probably be next, but black's headliner and ambient light is gonna look great. But this changed up the look of the cabin so much that I still back and look at this. I'm like, wow. I already had two Q50s before, and I had the Q60, so I was already used to the InTouch and the analog gauge. But this is nice. I like this. All right, anyways, outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm going to put a links below to your Q50, Q60. Remember, so that you guys can purchase this. Also, remember that you can use the Boost in Motion promo code to get $60 off your next purchase. You can use that code, save some money if you choose to purchase that unit. And also, be on the lookout for the video I did for installing and reviewing the AU car infotainment replacement. This one screen right here. Look into that. I'm very detailed, just like I am over here. Take a look into that. There's a lot of functionality with these units because it's essentially a tablet. So look into that. But outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. This Q50 is slowly but surely coming together. I know I didn't go for performance first. I went for maintenance first. And then I'm working from in out. I want this car to look good on the inside, for me particularly. And I'm going to slowly start working my way outside. So it's a slow progress, but it's progress no matter what. Outside of that, you can add me at Boost in Motion on IG and Boost in Motion on Facebook. Otherwise, also, I add on a TikTok. So Boost in Motion on TikTok too. So go check that out. I'm saying it first on this video. Otherwise than that, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.